You gonna stand on this side? Try to keep the camera close. Yeah, even up. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Elder, say testing, testing.
Testing, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Testing. Double view.
Yep, it sounds great. Okay. All right.
Try to keep your items close. Like,
Yeah.
I don't trust people out here, bro. Like, y'all gotta be more circumspect, bro. Keep your items close. Keep the trolley close. Everything, man.
Yeah, brothers, people are bugging out even more now. You're going to have a lot more scoffers, a lot more gangsayers.
Yeah,
all right,
people trying to grab shit.
This war has changed the spirit of a lot of people. You're going to have more people disgruntled and upset because we're telling them their world's coming to an end.
Right.
And that's all part of the prophecies, man. All right?
Like be out here heavy. That was probably an agent or some shit.
Possibly.
Nigga weird, bro.
Yep.
Fuck.
So, y'all brothers ready? All right. So with that, all right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem HaKakodash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai's sake. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, all right, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. We're also out here to tell our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, to repent because salvation is for you. You are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. And your only way to get up out of here, all right, is to be delivered from the coming destruction because the destruction is coming. That war in the Middle East is not going away. It's getting a lot bigger. All right, we are in World War III. You might as well just accept it. All right? But this is all part of the Lord's prophecy. That's why he has us out here, all right, to tell our people, warn them, all right, to get the blood off our hand, and as well as to tell the heathens, all right, that you're going down, especially Esau, Edom, the so-called white man who's in rulership. So we're going to start with Habakkuk chapter 2. The elder has it on deck, and then we're going to see where the Spirit leads us.
All right, this is Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Right, and we hear the prophets are on our watch. We were commanded to watch, all right? We were commanded to prophesy, all right, all the words of the Lord, okay? Okay, and we're here to tell y'all, all right, that the days of, you know, this normal life that you call it is coming to an end. It's going to get more vicious, it's going to get more harsh, because the prophecies speak about it. You got it?
It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it.
Right, the vision is talking about the prophecies, okay? That's why those that have the vision, all right, they're not going to perish. If someone could get that in Proverbs, the 29th chapter, around the 18th verse, I believe, okay? Because if you have the vision, meaning knowing these prophecies, you're blessed, because when you read the scriptures, the Lord is supping with you because you understand what's about to happen before it happens. Who's got that on deck? Come on, bring it out.
Proverbs 29 and 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Uh-huh.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
Right. Where there's no vision, the people perish. Okay? And a lot of these people, they ain't got the vision. They weren't blessed with the prophecies. They weren't blessed to understand what's in that book. All right? The Torah, right? The Bible, right? They weren't blessed. But the Lord blessed us because he loves us. Okay? That's why Yahushua died on the cross. All right? So that we can get this understanding of the scriptures. That's why Yahushua is worthy to be praised and glorified. All right? And of course, his Father is supposed to be praised and glorified. He actually gets the most praised and glorified. That's why he's known as the Most High. All right?
All right.
You got it, Elder.
It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Isn't it speaking? Didn't we say World War III is coming? Didn't we say that economic catastrophe is coming? Gas prices are going to continue to rise. Food prices are going to continue to rise. All right? That's called a famine. All right? That's a more sophisticated famine. Let's throw it. Hey, that's a great way to put that together. All right? Because of these wars, famine is inducing. But we've been saying that. We're going to say there's going to be civil unrest, all right? Political turmoil, right versus blue, blue versus red, right? Red is considered the right, but they're wicked too, okay? So we've been saying that. Read that one more time.
This is Habakkuk 2:2. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry."
And all brothers can agree, it is not tearing.
It's not tarrying at
It
all.
is speeding up, okay? The devil knows he has a short time. The prophecies are speaking, man, all right? And that's why he's crashing out. And he's doing all this at once, which is Yapa, for our sake, because we know salvation is near, sooner than we believe.
That's right.
Who's got something?
I got something.
Bring it out, Iron.
It's, Revelation 12:12.
Yeah, speak up.
Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It says, whoa.
Oh, real quickly. Hey, the angels, all right, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, they're rejoicing. Okay? All right? Because, hey, they want to establish the kingdom of heaven just as much we want the kingdom of heaven to be established. All right? However, the Lord is bound by his word. That's why particular prophecy have to come to pass before Yahweh Shai makes his imminent return. All right? But they're rejoicing, and so are we. All right? Continue.
It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Right. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. What does woe mean? That's an old English word. It means death and destruction. All right? Get ready to mourn. Get ready to howl. All right? And this devil is, all right, causing nothing but mayhem, because the situation in the so-called Middle East, which is West Asia, all right, is creating hell for the whole planet.
Yep.
All right? So that prophecy is being fulfilled in real time.
Yeah.
It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Right. And he knows that he had but a short time. So he's going to make sure to send, all right, you military personnel, right? You're going to go fight in the so-called Middle East and die. And that's all sacrifice, all right, to Baal, because they worship Baal. So they got to bleed, all right, you troops, you parents of these troops. You're going to cry and mourn for anguish and pain.
Yeah.
All right? Look, this devil showed you that he don't care. He killed little kids in Iran. He killed little girls in a school. Double tapped it. All right? So he's all about shedding blood. He's all about creating nothing but pain and sorrow to the whole world. He don't give a fuck. All right? It's a win-win for him. A sacrifice to what he worships on the left-hand side. All right? And ultimately to fulfill his wicked goal, which is the New World Order. Right?
Right.
You got something?
This is going back. You got more?
Got more?
This
Okay.
is going back to Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith."
Right. Go into the word upright, because this devil's opposite of upright. All right? And we clearly see it. Even in this war, which, hey, we look at this war as for our salvation and righteousness, but how this war was conducted was not upright. It was done in deceit, fraud. It was done in total horror, okay? America has no high moral ground with what the fuck they did to start this war. You got it.
All right, so the word upright is in the Hebrew, Strong G3474, Yashar. All right, and it says to be right, to be straight, to be level, to be upright, to be just, to be lawful, to be smooth.
Right, to be just, to be lawful, to be smooth.
Right.
All right? What this devil did to start this war wasn't lawful according to international law. That was a war crime.
Right.
All right, so how much more according to the scriptures?
Right.
What this devil's been doing, breaking all the words, all the laws, all right, all the statutes. Come on, man. You got it.
It says to go straight, to be pleasing, to be agreeable, to be right, to be straightforward.
He's not straightforward. He can't even give you a good explanation of why this war started.
Right.
It's all over the fucking place. Okay? So he's not straightforward. Forward. All right? He's perverse in his tongue. Okay? Mischief is in his tongue. All right? This so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Okay? Starting with them JJs. Shalom. Yahweh Shah Brakatatos, which are the tribe of Amalek, a descendant of Esau, Edom.
I got it. My bad. It's Amalek that's pulling the strings.
Yeah.
So if Trump wants to go into the reason why the war started, then he got to admit that Amalek is the one behind the scenes really pulling
Right.
strings. And Americans, they don't want to hear that.
Yeah. They don't want to hear that. And Trump's not going to admit it unless he's on his deathbed. Then he's like, fuck it, I'm going to die anyway. Yeah, it was BB and the Zionists, all right, who saw me raping little kids. All right?
But that's already coming out. A lot of these,
Yeah.
you know, alternative news people and people that, you know, the truthers and shit, they already exposed Trump already.
Yep.
And then that Moabite professor, you know, we've been calling him Balaam.
Balaam, yeah. He moving like Balaam.
You know, he exposed it.
Yeah.
He went into it like, yo, they just basically blackmailed this man to go into war, force him to do it, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So yeah, man, it's all coming out,
Right.
man.
Yeah, you got the Iranian leadership, you know, the regime, as they call it, which they're calling America and the JJ's the Epstein regime. So it's all coming out, man.
Right.
So yeah, you're absolutely right, Elder.
God.
You have some? Okay, hold 1 second. What you got?
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 15 says that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
Yep.
All right, and that spirit of Esau, all right, the Lord made him to be crooked.
Right.
All right, brothers talking about profane.
Right.
All right, against the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Right.
All right, that's why he acts in such ways, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, even Donald Trump, he wanted to go into the so-called Middle East for the oil, all right, on Karg Island, which now, how convenient, he's bombing Karg Island, which we were talking about that at Fellowship Wednesday, all right? So he hasn't been truthful. He's been crooked the whole time, deceitful, unlawful, perverse in his words. But that fulfills the prophecy that we know who the wicked is, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You got it. You want to?
Well, I know brothers might have some quick precepts.
I got something.
Go ahead, bring it out.
Okay.
Brother.
Bring it out, and then Irod, you're next.
This is Psalms chapter 58 and verse 1. It says to the chief musician, Altesheth Matam of David, do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart you work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
See that?
You was just speaking on that. You know what they going on with all around the world. They footprint everywhere. You keep it not at home.
Nope.
You know.
They weigh their violence on the earth. Who's the violent man? Esau Edom. All right, again, bring it back out again. He killed little girls in a school. All right, and he's been doing that.
Right.
All right, but that's the today's topic, because that's not, nobody's throwing that under the rug. You see people keep talking about it over and over. Even in American mainstream media, they keep bringing it out. All right, you destroyed little kids, man. Over 170 little Iranian girls, man. Okay, shalom. Shalom. All right, them little Iranian girls were just going to school, which you claim that women in Iran don't get any education. Liar. That's another lie. Okay, but that goes to show you fulfilling that prophecy. You got it.
I got one more verse I'm going to read. Verse 3, it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now, to your point, what you were saying earlier, if you ask them, you know, the reason for the war, they're all over the place. You know?
Yep. All over the place. All right. All constantly pedaling back. Okay. Even their assessment of how the war is going according to who's winning and not. All right. Why is Donald Trump, all right, telling the European nations to help protect the Strait of Hormuz? That just came out today. I thought America took out all their naval force. I thought America had the Strait of Hormuz, okay, good to go. All right. Why is reporters coming out saying, why America, you're low on munitions? Why are you getting the Patriot missiles and the THAAD from South Korea that's supposed to protect the South Koreans from the North Koreans in China? You're sending all these, all right, interceptors over to the so-called Middle East. All right, and they're not going to those Arab countries. They're going to the statehood of the JJs. They're not protecting the Arab countries. That's why the Arab countries are crying out, yo, where's our interceptors? So, but I thought you're winning this war, okay? It's coming out that you're not. Then you're seeing more soldiers are dying, more planes are getting blown up out of the sky. How does a fucking plane get blown up out of the sky in Iraq and they're saying it wasn't friendly fire and it wasn't enemy fire? Well, how the fuck did that happen? How did it fall off the sky? You're losing your narrative, okay? But we understand who you are. You're the devil. You speak lies. That's all you're known for.
Right.
Okay?
But if I might add, but remember from last year,
Yep.
according to them, Iran's weapons program is supposed to be obliterated from last year.
Perfect
So
point.
what you doing back over there?
Perfect point. Yeah, bring that out. We gonna keep bringing it out, right? We ain't just gonna let this shit slide. We're gonna bring it out. All their lies, man. Okay, from present to past, because we could go on the shit you done to us, okay, done to our people, okay. You got it. Irod, you've been holding on. Hold on one second. Irod been holding.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 45.
Mhm.
It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he had taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he had proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the fleece of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them."
Right, and as the elder always goes in, when you go, all right, to the word draw, it means to drag, all right? So this, because of the JJs, because of the 1948ers, all right, BB, all right, and his coalition of minions, all right, it's keeping America locked in the so-called Middle East for their judgment.
Right. Even if they don't necessarily want to do it.
Right.
There you go.
All right.
Exactly.
That's why it says draw them out, drag them out. The same way you got when you fishing, you got a fishing net, right? You put the fishing net in the water. It's weighed down by weights, and then you drag it. The fish are fighting against it.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you see it.
And you see it, you know, or
Protesting.
you going fishing and you got a fishing rod, and you got to fight to reel it in. You know, that's exactly what's going on with Babylon. Babylon is being dragged into the net, man. They don't want to do this, but they got to do it, man.
Yep.
Proverbs 21:1, the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord.
Yeah.
He turneth it whithersoever he will.
Right.
That's
Facts.
like to your point. Fishing,
Right.
the fish only could go where you bring him.
Right.
So
Right.
the Lord is turning it whithersoever he want. He mustereth the host of the battle.
Right,
So
exactly.
they must do what the Lord will have them to do, because who can resist the will of the Lord? None can.
Right. That's why we give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
Because he's doing it. You got that, Rock.
Now you got other nations being dragged into this war.
Right.
Then it's going to reach up to Russia.
Yep.
The scriptures talk about how those go put hooks in their jaws and drag them into a war.
See
So
it.
all, for the purpose of the will of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Right. Get Ezekiel 38 on deck. Come on. We got to bring these prophecies out. We're in these times. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shai. Good to see you, brother.
This is,
Yep.
this is Ezekiel 38.
Uh-huh.
Start at 1. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog.
Right. So Gog are the Russians, and they dwell in the land of Magog. All you gotta do is do a Google map search, all right, where the location of the land of Magog, that's modern day Russia. So Russians are in the Bible, Ezekiel 38. I bet they didn't tell you that at church, right? They didn't tell you that in school, in your universities,
Right.
right? Continue.
It says, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal,
Uh-huh.
and prophesied against him.
Right. Chief meaning the head, okay? The head prince. So the Lord is working on the Russians' minds, man. All right, so that World War III can, all right, lead into a nuclear war, man. Because we're in the beginning stage of World War III. Just accept it. Accept it. All right, continue.
It says, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
Right, I'm against thee. Okay, thus saith the Lord. So the Lord ain't with you Russians either. Okay, the water kind of knock. Say that one more time. Put the camera. There's still Edomites. You see? Okay, you're still the devil. The Bible speaks of. Read that one more
Right.
time.
Right. The Lord not fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
All them Russian icons y'all had. You know, that had our history. All
Yep.
them relics y'all had that showed the Israelites depicted as how they supposed to be depicted.
Yep.
Which is this dark skin with woolly hair.
Yep.
Y'all didn't tell us shit.
Right.
All of that architecture, those cathedrals, you know, those temples that was built by Jake. Y'all didn't tell us nothing, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of those ancient rulers of Russia was Jake, man.
Right.
You know, during the time of the Dark Ages and shit. A lot of that was Jake, man. Y'all didn't tell us nothing, man.
Right.
Nothing.
Y'all know them people over there that's claiming themselves to be us. That's not us. You didn't say shit.
Yep.
So yeah, the Lord is against your ass, man.
Right.
That's right. That's
That
right.
scripture go against them in Revelation 11 chapter where it say they didn't suffer our dead body to go in graves.
Right.
But
Right.
to your point, they didn't tell us who we was, but they had the Russian icons,
Right.
Yep.
and they still didn't tell us who we was. So
right.
at the end of the day, like the brother just read, the Lord is against God, meaning he's just using you for his purpose.
Right.
Proverbs 16:4, I've created all things for myself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right.
Facts. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
and this Third World War, which is gonna go nuclear very quickly, a lot of you Russians gonna die too, man. A lot of your military is gonna be obliterated.
Yep.
You know, that's why y'all building them bunkers. So remember the bunkers they built
Yep.
for their citizens, and they did that big ass drill
Because they know
because they know, man. They know.
this shit gonna go nuclear.
Okay.
And-
So yeah, none of you fucking heathens making it out in one piece, man.
That's right. Psalm 83, the Lord got it out for all y'all. Even you Persians, all right? We're not on y'all side either. Okay, yeah, it was fucked up how Esau did you dirty, but at the end of the day, you know who we are too. You Iranians know who we are. So all you heathens are getting your judgment
Right.
in this World War III. Facts.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah,
That's right. We ain't sympathizing with y'all heathens.
Right.
Okay? Because you know who we are.
That's right.
Isaiah 34, it says, come ye nations, call the nations, man.
Uh-huh.
You see?
Yep.
got
You got more on Ezekiel 38. Start again from the where it says, "Thus saith the Lord." Uh-huh.
And one point, how you know it's Russia? Because when you go into that word, the chief, it goes into Rosh. All right, for who? Russia.
Yep.
Ezekiel
Ra'ash.
Rosh.
The head. Yep.
It says, Ezekiel 38 and 3, and say, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tabor. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
Right. That's why you got to pay attention to geopolitics, okay, regarding what's going on in the so-called Middle East and what's going on in Ukraine. All right, that war in Ukraine hasn't stopped. You know, right now the focus is on the so-called Middle East, which that is the focus. But that war in Ukraine is still ongoing. All right, and Russia knows who's backing them Ukrainians, America, okay, and them Europeans. All right, and them Europeans are divided on that war. All right, because guess what? That war in the Middle East is affecting Europe.
Yeah.
Okay? So guess what? It's giving Russia an upper hand. Also, because of the war in the Middle East, right? What's going on with oil prices? They're going up. And guess who's making money? Guess who's making bank? Russia. Because they bank off of high oil prices. All right? For all these years, all right, oil prices have been low and it's been fucking up the Russian economy because they need high oil prices to make a profit. Now they're making a profit. Now they're in the bank. So it's making their army stronger because you need money to fund them armies. See how the Lord works? All praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying?
More nukes.
More nukes. That's right. That's right. Ramak, more nukes. Bring in the nukes.
And the only ships that's able to go through the Strait of Hormuz is India. 'Cause
Right.
India and Russia got some kind of deal going on to where they can still receive gas. So
Yep. Yep. That's another thing. America, because they didn't count the cost. All right, they fucking put themselves in a quagmire. They have to lift the sanctions off Russia so that India, because it's really about India. Because America still needs India, all right, for the AI and the fucking visa pass to bring in fucking Elam over here to do their bullshit. So they got to keep India happy. So what do they have to do? All right, Russia, all right, you can sell, all right, to India. And India was like, we were going to do it anyway. So really, you ain't in control anymore, America. All right? So, the Lord is making it plain upon tables to make sure that prophecy is fulfilled, to make the Russians strong to destroy America, man.
I got an article to back up what you were saying, too.
Carl, bring it out.
This is Chris Post. It says, big winner of this conflict, Russia set for 3 to 5 billion oil windfall as Hormuz crisis lifts prices.
Yep.
And it says Russia could be earning up to 150 million a day in additional budget revenues from oil export as the conflict in the Middle East drives up global prices and boosts demand for Russian crude.
That's right. So the Russians are singing a song. What's that song with Lil Wayne and Fat Joe? Make it rain on me. You know what I'm saying? The money, they in the money right now, man. They in the money right now. All right, but it's all to fulfill prophecy. So Ezekiel 38, all right, can occur. You see that? You got more on that? One more, come.
It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet.
Right. So the Persians, which are the Iranians, all right, they're being backed by Russia. That's why, okay, numerous news reports are saying that the Russians are providing the intelligence to the Iranians to know what U.S. military and JJ military installations are at, okay, as well as their CIA operatives and Mossad operatives. So the war is here, man, okay? The war is here. World War III is here. That's it on that. You got something. Bring it out. Did you have something could come?
No, I dropped it already.
Okay.
Rai has some.
Rarai, bring it out.
I had an article from NBC News.
Bring
It
it
says the United States is effectively acknowledging the obvious. Without Russian oil, the global energy market cannot remain stable. Putin's special envoy, Kirill Dmitriev, said in a statement, he called for further easing of the restrictions on Russian energy sources. A direction of travel, he said, was increasingly inevitable despite resistance from parts of the Brussels bureaucracy, referring to the European Union.
Right, and that's the thing. The European Union, they need energy. They're suffering. So guess what they're gonna have to do? They're gonna have to crawl to Russia, because Russia. Putin said, "I'll shut the energy off." All right, I got the power. You know, so hey, everything's being catered so that America's isolated. The Europeans gonna have to deal with Russia, and you already know. All right, game time, nukes, right? That's what we're going to. We're just waiting for that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, all right, that's about to play a major role. Okay, given the certain situation. That's why it's high time to wake up out of sleep. All right, you trusted in America, the shout of Egypt ain't going to work. This is talking to our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. You got something? Bring it out.
Revelation chapter 6, verse 3. And when he had opened the seal, when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast come and see. And there went another horse that was red.
Right.
In power.
So let's break that down. The red horse represents Esau, Edom. When you go into that word Edom, all right, it's red. Okay? The Hebrew word is Adawan. Adawan. Right. So that you go into that word, okay, all right, the red horse, that represents Esau, Edom. Okay? So this is talking about him. All right? So read that again.
Verse 4, Revelation 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right. Who gave him the power? The Lord. The Lord did. See? Everything is to fulfill prophecy. So this man is not in control. It says he was given the power. Right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's why we give praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. He gets the glory. He gets the fame. All right? And he woke us up to this truth so we could get the fame and glory in the place we were made to put to shame. Read that again.
Revelation 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right, to kill one another. Look at World War I. All right, who were the main nations involved in World War I? The main nation, excuse me, Esau, Edom, killing each other. All right. Yeah, Jake got fucked up too. You know, it is what it is. But the elect, okay, didn't get destroyed, right? Because they were able to live so that we could come into this truth, right? That was World War I. World War II, same thing. Edomites banging on Edomites. White on white crime, okay? The biggest white on white crime, okay, is in these wars. Yep. These so-called white people kill each other all the time.
Yep.
But they want to look at us like we're the psychopaths, we're the killers.
Right, and that was happening from they first came into power.
Yeah.
After Alexander, and then his 4 generals,
yep.
when they went their own way, all they was having is wars.
Right. Yep. Daniel 11.
Yeah.
Yep. So this devil has constantly been in perpetual war, constantly been, all right, removing peace from the earth since he was put into power. Okay? That's the truth. All three wars.
In the midst of the revised Roman Empire. World War I, revised Roman Empire, World War II, World War III is going to be in.
Right.
All world wars was for Edomites.
Yep. Okay, look at the two opposing forces in World War III. America and Russia. Yep. Edomites. Okay? So-called white people. All right, you're the cancer of the earth. You're through these wars. All right, you've taken pieces from the earth. All right, it is what it is.
They say this, America is what, 250 years old, and they've been at war this year, July. They've been at war like 230 out of that 250.
And I like to contest that statement because yeah, they might not have been at war overseas, but they were at war with us the whole damn time.
There you go.
The whole fucking time since they got over here, they've been at war with us. So I like to contest that statement. All right, because you've been at war with the Israelites since you got over this motherfucker. All right, stealing our land, you know, hurting Southern Kingdom, you know, chopping their ears off, rods off, put them into slavery or hardcore slavery. That's war. Okay, so I like to contest that statement, you know. But I know where you're coming from. Out overseas, yeah.
Hey,
You know?
war is war.
War is war. But who got something? Who's on fire? Come on, bring it out. Bring it out.
This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name. Right, man. So the Lord is the host of all armies, man. Okay. The Lord has his armies up in heavens, and the Lord has his armies up right here in the earth, in the fruit of the earth. Okay. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is the reason why all these things are happening for the controversy of Zion. Okay, so if you're trying to go up against the plans of the Lord, all right, if you're trying to think that America's not getting destroyed by intercontinental nuclear fire, or you're going against the plans of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's
right.
All right, because it's inevitable that America is going to get destroyed by the nukes. Okay, and we're bringing it out through the scriptures. That's why it's important to repent and come back to the Lord in these end times. Okay, because everything that we're seeing right now is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the God of the Bible, allowing it to happen. And using the angels to manipulate the minds of these kings of Donald Trump and Putin and the Rothschilds and all these elites, man. Okay, so that's who the Lord is, and we're introducing you to the God of the Bible.
Got some? All right, bring it out, Conrad.
Psalm 79 is a little long and 1. Oh God, the heathens are come unto thy inheritance. Thy holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem in heaps.
Right. I mean, hey, man, that says a lot right there. All right? Who's Jerusalem? Jerusalem, people before it's a place, the Israelites. Okay? Starting with Judah all the way down to Issachar, man. 12 tribes. The narrative never changed. That's why you plantation Christians are bugged out. We're the Lord's temple. Okay? We're his holy people. All right? We're Jerusalem. You got it, Kananah.
The dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of heaven. The flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth. Their blood have they shed like water around about Jerusalem.
Their blood have they shed on Jerusalem, man. So these heathens have constantly been at perpetual war with us. Psalm 83. So we ain't shedding a tear for what's going on in the so-called Middle East. We're for our people, man. Our people have been, okay, persecuted, okay, have been gunned down, all right? We're for our nation. We don't give a damn what the hell's going on in the so-called Middle East in terms of sympathizing. We're not sympathizing over that. We're for that, all right? We're excited about that. You got it.
And there was none to bury them.
None to bury them. Hey, that's pursuant to Revelation, the dead bodies, you know? Yeah, bring that out.
Their blood have they shed like water around about Jerusalem, and there was none to bury them. We are become a reproach to our neighbors and a scorn and derision to them that are round about us. How long, Lord, wilt thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathens that have not known thee, upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place.
There we go.
Oh, remember not against us former iniquities, that thy tender mercy speedily prevent us, for we are brought very low. Help us, O power of our salvation, for the glory of thy name. Deliver us, and purge away our sins for thy name's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is thy power? Let him be known amongst the heathens in our sight, by revenging the blood of thy saints which they sent.
Right, and the Lord is doing it, okay? He's showing out, man. All right, he letting the whole world know, all right, who his chosen are, okay? Because again, all right, these prophecies okay, that are happening is acknowledging that we got the truth, all right? That the Lord is dealing with us. Because we've been said this was going to happen before it happened. Starting with our apostle elders was doing this for our sake, okay? Because how long? How long we going to be in this captivity? We got to get up out of here, man. All right? That's the reason why the Lord is doing this. That's the reason why the Lord's shortening the time. We need to be delivered. We need to be saved.
Right.
That's what salvation's all about. Being saved, all right, from imminent danger. Okay, newsflash, staying here is danger. This is the valley of the shadow of death. All right, the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the heathen that is ruling over us. We're in imminent danger. There's no peace here. So that's why the Lord is speeding up the time. That's why you see World War III the way it is. So he's gonna, because he wants to save his people.
That's right.
That's what the truth is all about. That's what the Bible's talking about.
I got some.
You got it. Oh, he got more now? Okay.
Go ahead, brother.
Let the sign of the prisoners come before thee, according to thy greatness, O thy power. Preserve thou those that thou appointed to die, and render unto our neighbors sevenfold unto their bosom the reproach wherewith they have reproached thee, O Lord. So we, thy people, the sheep of thy pasture, will give thee thanks forever. We'll show forth thy praise to all generations. So asking and pleading unto the Heavenly Father to judge the heathens, man. Judge our enemies. And we've seen the Lord is doing this. All right, he's judging the heathens. Like Joel the third for the controversy of Zion, man.
Right.
So it's beautiful times that we live in there. We're supposed to be rejoicing and calling upon the Heavenly Father.
Right.
All right, but also being humble as well.
Yep.
But hey, it's time to rejoice. It's time really to go home, man.
Yep. Hey, this is it's like what happened? You gonna bring it up, brother?
Real quick, just to back him up. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will order with my tongue. A man that have joy over his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Right. Yo, the Lord wants to have joy over us. We're his children. We're the children of Israel, man. All right? So the Lord, okay, wants us, all right? He wants us in our homeland, all right? He wants to be around us. So yeah, man. And he wants to take down, okay, our enemies. All right? We have enemies, okay? We do have enemies. And that's what our people need to understand. All right? We have enemies. And you need to acknowledge that, man. Or you're not going to make it, man.
Yeah, and the Lord gonna make you niggas acknowledge it.
Yep.
Okay. It's something called Jacob's trouble, which it's already begun.
Already begun, bro.
All right. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
Right. And dust represents confusion.
Right.
And these Americans are in confusion. So it's the Lord setting it up.
Right.
They don't know what to believe. All right? And it's all the setup for their demise.
Right.
Got it, Elder.
Right. So they're going from a high, exalted, proud state to being brought low, man.
Right.
Okay. All right. It says, "Take the millstone and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers."
Right. So the Lord's revealing, okay, everything about this wicked kingdom. All right? Examples. We got plenty of examples, and brothers can just throw them out. Epstein file, right? Okay.
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
Eating children, eating human beings. Human trafficking.
Yep.
All the witchcraft you've done. Say what now? Adrenochrome, all that shit, man.
Right. The things you've done to our people since you came over here.
Yeah, bombing children, all type of madness going on in the world, man.
Yep. Polluting the water. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, even how he conducts war. All right, he's not honorable in war. This is a fucking devil. You're not even honorable in war, man.
Right.
You know, you claim to be, professional, and as a military person, military unit, and yet you're doing wicked shit like that in war? Come on, man. You're not even honorable in fucking war, man.
He wasn't when he did it to Gad and Reuben.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's
All
how
right, they went to war and
Yeah.
killed the children and women.
Yep.
Hey, that's why Yahweh Shai say, if you don't shorten the time, there will be no flesh be saved.
Right.
This man don't honor anything, man. He'll
Yep.
kill himself. If you give him enough time and give him enough rope, he'll kill himself, bro.
Yep.
So it says that which is made crooked cannot be made straight. He was created to be the wicked. He was created to be off. You know what I'm saying? He's created to be the hammer of the earth. But pretty soon that happens when we put out, man.
That's right.
Prime example of that would be Donald Trump. Wasn't Donald Trump pushing peace and pushing, I'm not gonna start any wars? So that's how you know you can't rely on a so-called white man. He's not gonna save you. So all that voting bullshit slapped to your faces.
I'm glad you mentioned peace. Didn't he create the board of peace with these Arab nations? And then like a week later, 2 weeks later, he's bombing Iran. You know, all that. And they're like, what happened to the peace? Board of peace. It's all bullshit, man. And that's how you know what the elder's reading is on point pertaining to these times. This man is being revealed, the man of sin. Got it.
It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Ooh, I gotta talk about the chariots, so-called UFOs, man. The Lord, okay, is showing his power. All you see is chariot sightings. All you see is reports, okay, of so-called UFOs all throughout the sky, especially here over Babylon, the Great America. All right, the Lord is basically saber rattling. All right, showing his might, man. Okay, telling you American peons, all right, that I'm coming for y'all, man. All right, vengeance has been in his heart. All right, he saw what you did to us, man. All right, he has a vendetta, okay, against y'all, man. You got it.
Hey, real quick, I got something on the back of your point fast.
Bring it out.
Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence,
Ooh, that's
and
a
the
good
violent take it by force.
That proves the kingdom of heaven's got to be a people.
Right.
All right, that's the kingdom of heaven. It's the people.
Right.
It always has been. All right. Exactly. So yeah, that cuts you plantation Christians. And again, it says the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and who was showing violence? All right, to the Lord's people at that time, the Romans.
Yeah.
Right.
It says, and the violent take it by force.
By
It's
force.
calling him the violent. We read Psalms earlier. They weigh the violence of their hands in the earth.
Right.
Now, when you weigh something, when you put something on a scale, you have to spread it out. Okay, so it's just letting you know that Esau spreads his violence all over the world, man.
Yep. Keep it not at home.
Yeah.
Over 700 bases worldwide.
Yep. That's right. So you've been revealed. All right. This is Rome 2.0. All right. You were the Romans back then. Okay.
You're the Romans now.
You're the Romans now. But your biblical nationality are the Edomites, and
That's
we're gonna
right.
beat it into you in slavery.
That's right.
We're gonna
Right.
beat it into your ass.
That's right.
You got more on that.
Back up, Cat, you was talking about the return of Yahweh Shai. It says Luke 21, starting verse 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, the stress of nations.
Oh, we gotta break that down real quickly. All right. What happened during Purim? A blood moon, a total lunar eclipse. Okay. Right. So that was a major sign. Okay. And what happened? All right. Well, a little bit before that came about, war. So that was, that's the Lord showing his power. He's revealing, he's showing the signs.
Signs
I just
and
want
tokens.
the signs and the tokens of the times that we're living in. Just wanted to bring that out as an example. The water for bringing that scripture out.
That's how you know we're close.
Yeah.
And it says, I'm reading again, back in Luke chapter 21, verse 25, it says, and they shall fall, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, the stress of nations. It says, with perplexity,
Confusion. Confusion. That's what perplexity meaning. Confusion.
Hey,
Right, you don't know what to do.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Those nations over there in those Gulf states, they're in perplexity. They distress.
Yep.
Because they things being rained down on them and they can't do nothing about it.
Right.
Now they're starting to get a little defense a little
Right.
bit, but you know.
Yeah. They're like, yo, what happened to the American protection?
Protection, right.
That's why we have your asses over here. That's why we're hosting your military bases, because you're saying your military is strong and you can protect us from, Iran, right? Now look, Iran's two-piecing them, destroying their infrastructure, destroying their oil refinery, even hitting their banks. That's why, Chase and the rest of these bankers are closing up shop in the so-called Middle East. Interesting, right?
Imagine you let America have their bases in your country and shit is popping off, and America is only protecting those small habits, like in your face.
In your face. Damn.
In your fucking face. So that's why all of those that bend the bow and all of these nations are eventually going to go up against Babylon the Great. It's prophecy. These nations are seeing what's happening on this global stage right now. You know? And trust, they have those meetings, those private meetings of how they're going to all come up against Babylon before it's all said and done.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that out, Ramak, real quickly. So reports are coming in, if a brother wants to look it up, that Iran is saying, hey, if you want to trade in oil, you got to take the yuan and not the US dollar. That came out today. I was like, whoa, that was a heavy pair. That's a major move. And that's preparing the kings of the East.
There you go.
So, yo, it's happening, man. Things like the brother Ramak said, things are happening behind the scenes to come against America, Babylon the Great. Do you know what that means? If the nations don't use the American dollar? Do you know what that means for America? Hyperinflation, all right? Okay? Talk about what they call apocalyptic scenario, quote unquote. Bro, that's a scary sight, man. That's what kept America going, the use of the petrodollar, man. So,
Right. And what kept the petrodollar, you know, in its position is the American military war.
Right.
You know, that's what it was, man. So now that the military showing up to basically showed to be bitched up right now.
Yep.
You ain't got it like you used to. Well, we're gonna find another way. You know.
Yep. Yep.
And that's gonna lead to the chip too, man.
Show you the Lord been working, because you know you've been at the BRICS nations before this war, and they was coming together and circumventing the dollar. So the Lord been working, man. You know,
It's getting spicy.
You got more on that, C-Bar?
Yeah, I got more. Verse 26, the point is at 27, it says, man's heart, back in Luke 21, it says, man's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Chariots.
With those chariots. Yep.
Yep. And that's what we're waiting on. That's our salvation. All right? So we're going to be excited to see the Lord come in his power and glory, because we know that's the way to get delivered through, in a chariot, in a so-called UFO, man. All right? Yes. I know it sounds like science fiction, but it's not. Okay? It's non-fiction, okay? It is a fact. Yeah.
Right.
He makes it seem like it's science fiction when he puts it in the movies, like
Right.
makes cartoons out of that shit, right? And so for something to be considered real or normal to you, it would have to have been introduced to you
Right.
from a young age, right? But you know, our ancestors understood that the chariots of the Heavenly Father existed. They used to paint them on the walls in the caves and shit.
Yep,
man.
that's right.
You know, it's just through Esau's rulership, that knowledge of Yahweh Shai has just been lost, man.
Yep. For a
Right.
period of time. That's it.
They used to paint it on the walls of those different churches, you know, during the Dark Ages too, man. So our people always knew about the chariots, man.
Oh.
All right, this is Isaiah 47. It's Isaiah 47 and 4. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. So the Lord is the Redeemer of Israel. This goes to show you salvation is for Israel.
That's right. Kinsman Redeemer.
Kinsman Redeemer. All right, and it says the Lord of hosts is his name, which means that the Lord is going to fight for our salvation.
Right.
All right, the salvation ain't just going to just come, you know, like they say, and Jesus float out the cloud. No, he coming with the smoke, nigga. Like, Yahushua is coming with the smoke, man. He coming to kick ass, man.
Yep.
So we could get saved up out of here, man.
Yeah.
Right.
With the angels, man. He coming with the holy host of heaven, man.
Yep.
Remember, the Lord is going to take over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
All right? Because Esau is going to try to use everything he got. So the Lord coming back in style.
Right.
The king coming back, man.
That's right. That's right. Right.
He was like, take the world. What was it?
Take the world.
Take the world. Yep.
Yep.
Lord got to take the king.
You gotta
He
take the
coming,
kingdom.
busting down the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We kidnapped. They
Yeah.
kidnapped us.
Yeah, we in prison right now. This is
Prison. Yep. Prisoners of war.
Bring it
Real
out.
quick, Micah 2 and 12. It says, I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra.
Woo!
And that goes to Isaiah 63.
Yep.
Since that coming from Edom, with Basra, garments as dyed red, as if you,
Right, because
you know?
we'll be in captivity underneath these Edomites in the last days.
That's right.
All right, which America is Basra.
That's right.
Yep.
That's
Okay,
right.
so this is going to be the seat of the seat of major captivity for the Israelites, America, Basra, but it'll also be the seat of the salvation as well.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
And this,
the great deliverance is from America. Now the scriptures do also say that the Lord liveth that brought the children of Israel from the land of the north, which is America, Basra, and from all the lands whither He has scattered us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be delivered from all the lands He scattered us at the same time too.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
It says, I will put you together because all the 12 tribes are here.
right.
You know?
All the tribes here.
All
12, yep.
in great numbers. You know, pressed together.
Yep. Yep.
So it says, I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. Meaning, we're going to rejoice. The kingdom is going to be filled with rejoicing, shake, noisy crowd, celebrating, being delivered. You know,
Right, like today, your homeboy got freed out of prison and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And he came back home.
And he came back
You know
home.
what I'm saying? Everybody partying and shit.
Yep.
You know, everybody cracking bottles. You know,
Yep.
they putting shit on the grill. You know what I'm saying? Niggas line dancing and shit,
Yep.
doing the election slide and shit. You know?
Yep.
the whole nation.
Yeah.
It's an Israelite part.
Watch your
yep.
back, brother.
Yeah.
Everybody together in righteousness. Come on,
Right.
man.
Yeah, man.
But verse 13 it says, the breaker is come up before them.
Right, prison break.
You gotta get that in NLT now. You gotta get that in the NLT. Bring it out.
It says, or in the NLT it says, your leader will break out and lead you out of exile.
Woo, who's our leader? Yahweh Shai.
Yes.
That's who the leader is.
Yep.
The King of Israel, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Yep.
Your leader will break out and lead you out of exile, out through the gates of the enemy cities, back to your own land.
Woo!
Your king will lead you. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai himself will guide you.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Hey, that prophecy has to be fulfilled, man. All right, and the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shai, he gave us the breakdown to understand that scripture. Because you tell that to a plantation Christian, they don't know what that means. All right, they don't know how to break that down, man. Okay? See, that's why the Lord gave us the secrets, man. All right, He gave us, His people, who He loves, the children of Israel, the secrets, man. Right? That's why this truth is so precious. All right, let no man take your crown, man.
I got something real quick, real fast. I'm gonna speak about the new Passover. Isaiah 34, Isaiah 31 and 5 is concerning our Lord Yahushua. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
Right.
Who's Jerusalem? We are Jerusalem, right?
See, that's an honorable power that we worship. He's going to defend us, all right? So himself, right? He's not like you fucking weirdo military personnel doing all this wicked shit, you know, Department of War, okay?
Right.
Nasty work.
Yeah, you sending thousands of people off to war while your ass is on an island,
Right.
drinking baby blood or some
Exactly,
shit.
exactly.
You know.
You see that?
And back in the day, the generals used to go with the men.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
Not,
exactly.
not sitting behind desks, you know, in front of a fucking computer, all right? On the phone call, all right? Telling them where to strike in the comfort of your own fucking room or whatever the fuck you're at over here, because CENTCOM is over here. So all the fucking orders come from Florida. They're not even, the generals are not even in the so-called Middle East. The ones that are giving the orders. But see, not our power. He's coming to meet you face to face. Okay? He said he's not gonna meet thee as a man, motherfucker. All right? Yeah.
That's right. Right. Isaiah 31 and 5, it says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. All right, so this is going to be like the new Passover, man. Because the Lord coming to deliver the children of Israel, the elect. Okay?
You have the mark of deception upon your forehead and pass over.
There you go.
Like I say, the prelude to that is what's happening now, man. A lot of these nations gonna have to get judged, right? And the Lord's gonna do something fantastic to where He's gonna bring them down, and they're gonna fight each other. Yeah. I had a real quick.
Right, he's got more. You got more on that.
That's it on that one. I might say, you know, remember Jeremiah speaks about how the Lord liveth
Yeah.
You know, the scripture it's not going to be said about Egypt anymore,
Yeah, right.
but the land of the north.
Yeah.
This is going to come. Yeah, read it, brother.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt."
Right, so everybody know about this right there. When this happened in ancient Egypt, when the Lord, all right, confounded Pharaoh, and he had to let the children of Israel go, man. And the Lord's name was magnified in the earth.
Right.
We're gonna do it all over again in a much grand fashion. All right, go ahead.
Jeremiah 16 and 15, "For the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers."
Right, so it's going to be such a great deliverance that you're not even going to be thinking about the ancient Egypt deliverance. Your mind going to be fixated on what's happening this time. This future prophecy was coming.
That's saying a lot.
That says a lot.
You know?
That ancient Egypt, bro. If Prince of Egypt is on,
Yeah.
bro, I'm watching that.
Yep. You sing it too.
Right.
You sing it too.
Singing and watching.
You singing and watching it. Yep.
Living
Prince of
scene.
Egypt.
I
Yep.
make sure I watch it right before Passover, right before Passover.
Yeah.
Right, bro.
Yeah. Prince
That's
of Egypt.
something, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
It's powerful.
I'm on, but you got something? You still have that?
Well, real quick.
Bring it out.
Book of Revelation 16, starting at verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And it reads, "And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates,
Ah.
and the water thereof was dried up."
That's happening now. Google it. The great river Euphrates has been dried up. Okay, that's a fact. That's not fake news. All right, proves that the Bible is the truth. It's that prophecy speaking, and the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. He said this was going to happen. It's happening.
Right.
You got it.
Right. It says that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
The kings of the east might be prepared. Okay, and the Lord is preparing them. All right, this conflict, man. All right, people are changing sides. People are looking at America sideways like, yo, I don't want to do business with you. A lot of these Gulf Arab nations are like, yo, America's full of shit. They're only protecting the JJs.
Right.
They're only protecting these fucking, baby sacrificers, man.
Right.
And they're into that shit too, right? But the point is, though, the kings of the East now are being put together, all right, to come against America, all right, and them JJs, which is all part of prophecy, okay?
And a lot of these American embassies in these different nations, they were put there under duress, man. Like
Yeah.
a lot of these nations, America has forced itself on a lot of different nations. You know, and with the threat of being destroyed, if we don't allow, that's happened to Hawaii. You know,
Yep.
It's just a strategic vantage point to either Japan during that war, and they kind of bullied them Hawaiians, man, and took their property. So Esau has a lot to pay for.
Right.
They don't want these embassies on their land, man.
Yeah. So, and again, it's all part of prophecy. America has to stay in the Middle East, pursuing the Joel chapter 2, verse 20. I will move far off from you the northern army, okay, into a land buried and desolate. That's why American troops are there. And there's going to be boots on the ground, a lot, and a draft. Get ready. They've been speaking of it. It's not all up. Wait, say that again?
It's like they already passed it. They said like basically automatic.
Right. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that out. That's the registration, automatic registration, meaning they don't need to wait on you to go fill out a piece of paper, all right, to get on to file the selective service.
You just gonna hear
Yep.
at your door.
Yep. And they're gonna say, listen,
They say you have 30 days after your 18th birthday.
Right.
So when you turn 18, 30 days after that, you have to.
right. So and they're gonna say, and the reason why the water elder for say that, the reason why they're gonna knock, because they're gonna say you didn't see the memo on your phone, you didn't see the flash, all right, you didn't see the bing, you know, come report to your nearest reception, right? Yeah, it's going down, bro. But hey, it's all part of prophecy, all right? Because you Americans, you have to get judged, man, for your wickedness.
We've been telling you
Yeah.
niggas for years that you finna get trapped.
Right, and on the flip side, not to change topics, Isaiah 4:1 coming. Isaiah 4:1 coming. But you got it, brothers.
A lot of these men are going to die in that war.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
You got it.
And once again, this has to happen in order for us to inherit the kingdom.
Right.
right.
All right, if there's no
Water.
controversy, if there's no disruption in the world, man, we can't. Scripture says we must into the kingdom of what is it? It's saying it'll great with great tribulation. Right.
Yeah.
And the
Through
place where
much
the evil,
tribulation shall you enter the kingdom. And the kingdom have right.
This is a very important part of prophecy.
Yep.
And once again, like the brother kind of knocks said, we should be elated. We should be very excited because we're about to enter a new phase. Like this is something that in America can't go back and say, well, you know what, Iran, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bomb your shit. You know, we should make a deal again. You know, let's be friends.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
No, man.
Oh, yo, you
Nah,
killed.
that's not how that works.
That's
bro.
how it works.
That's not how. First of all, you
got it.
Americans are prideful as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, the elites that run America are prideful as shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can't be talk. You done popped all this shit,
Right.
and then you walk up to somebody on some Debo shit. You slap the nigga up,
Yep.
punch him in his chest.
Yeah.
Took his chain.
You know, took his chain,
Right.
body slammed him. You know what I'm saying? Kicked him in the balls.
Yeah.
Stole his shoes.
Spit on him.
Spit on him.
Yeah.
You know.
And he down already. You still doing that?
And he's still swinging back the whole time. Nigga swinging back and shit.
Yep.
You know? And then you, I'm sorry, and then you just walk away.
Right.
Nah, that's how it
That's
works,
how it
bro.
works,
You gotta get that.
Bro.
Nah, that
Yeah.
shit, hey, that scrap gotta happen to the last nigga standing, bro.
Yo.
The fuck?
Yo, just
That scrap gotta go down, bro.
bro.
Fuck.
gotta get your lick back.
Yeah, bro.
And hey,
It's gonna make you look it's gonna make you look like a bigger bitch.
yeah. You don't look like a bitch. And Iran said there's no negotiations, man.
Right.
They've been vocal about that.
Right.
All right. You killed little girls, and those little girls belong, all right, to the army of the Islamic Republic.
Right.
All right. Those men. Those
Right.
men are in one blood. And then you killed their Ayatollah, who's like equivalent to the Pope. So now it's all gas, no brakes. All right, on your ass, belt to ass.
Right.
They ain't stopping it, man.
And the Iranians been waiting for the smoke the whole time.
Yeah,
They've been waiting the whole time.
That's true.
Bro, the water elder, it was even on NBC News. The commentator, this fucking cuck, he was like, are you prepared for a ground invasion? You know, and the representative for Iran, he's like the ambassador. He's like the peacemaker, right? He said, "Nah, we waiting for y'all," and he had a smirk. We waiting for y'all, and he had a smirk. And then the fucking NBC News anchor was like, he got quiet. He was like, "Holy shit." Yeah, the Iranians been waiting for American troops on the ground. They've been digging holes for decades for y'all niggas. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, bro. They basically said, hey, run me that fade, nigga.
Yeah.
Run that fade, bro. That's what they said.
Yeah. Let's go. We
You know?
waiting for y'all.
But see, that's why the scriptures say,
Yeah.
I have laid a snare for thee, O Babylon, and thou art taken and caught. You know,
Yep.
and thou was not aware because thou hast striven against the Lord. Iran is that snare, man.
Yep.
That's part of that snare. That's part of that trap that the Lord. That's why they keep these different, commentators keep calling it the Iranian trap.
Yep.
Or the Iran trap. That's a trap, man. Now you stuck in the desert, surrounded by mountains, and you got these niggas playing whack-a-mole with your ass and shit on the ground.
On the ground.
You know?
Coming out of the ground, tagging you and going back into the ground.
Right.
Right. And they're fucking, his pride has to see them. Because what other war did this happen? Vietnam.
Yeah.
Right? The Viet Cong were in those holes, coming out, going back in the holes.
Yep.
The Iran's doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, this is Vietnam 2.0, but this time there is no, okay, let's get out of Dodge. You in that motherfucker.
Right.
The meat grinder. Yeah.
Right, this is the beginning of the Babylon falling.
Right.
Iran right now is touching Babylon's pockets because of that whole straight up on Muslim
Right.
being shut down. But let me finish up real quick. In verse 13, Revelation 16:13, it says, "And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon."
All right, so let's break that down. All right, that's a heavy breakdown. Good thing you brought it out. All right, what are the 3 frogs? All right, young brothers, bring it out.
The 3 city-states, London being the financial,
Uh-huh.
okay, America, Washington being the military,
Uh-huh.
and Vatican being the false prophet.
Right, did y'all hear that? If you're on watching us, all right, the 3 frogs represent the 3 city-states. All right, that's where the root of the power is of Esau's empire, man. All right, you got London is the financial. Okay, all you got to do is do some Google research on how London operates on a financial scale. All orders come from London
Right.
when it comes to this finance. That's where the money's at.
That's where the Rothschilds at.
Boom! I was about to say that. See? Okay? America's the DC is the military.
That's the hammer.
That's the hammer. That's why you had politicians like Ron Paul said, America's the policeman of the world, right?
Yes.
Right?
America is what pushes Edomite supremacy around the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you got the Vatican, which is the spiritual realm, all right? And a group out of the Vatican is the Jesuit order. This is where, all right, they give spiritual guidance, okay, to make sure all things go according to their will, because they're following the script too. It's now coming out, right?
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. The Amalekites got they fucking hand up the Vatican.
Yep.
Put Pope back.
Right.
Puppeteering like
Yep.
a Muppet.
Right? And then it's so beautiful because both of these, okay, the radical Zionists that are doing all this because they want to get the Messiah. You also have, they call Zionists. You also have the Christian Zionists are doing all this shit too because they want to bring back JC. So again, everything's moving to the prophecy. There's no getting out of it. Okay? But keep going.
It says in verse 13 once again, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
The dragon represents what, brothers? Ancient Rome. Okay? And that's how we know who the Romans are today. Okay? You got it?
Out of the mouth of the beast.
The beast represents what? Right. Isn't that what we're seeing right now?
Yep.
All right? Continue.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet.
False prophet, once again, the Vatican. Okay? Because they're going to play a major role, okay, in end time prophecy, man. Okay? That's the great deception. That's why when it says the beast and the false prophet were thrown into the lake of fire, okay? That's in Revelation. Continue.
It says, for they are the spirits of devils.
Meaning deceiving. What does the devil do? To deceive. All right? Isn't that what this devil's been doing on planet Earth? Continue.
All right, working miracles which go forth unto the kings.
Working miracles which go forth unto the kings. All right? And this is why you're seeing the condition of the earth today, man. That's why, because again, this is where the chip comes out, the RFID chip. That's one of those miracles. All right? They want to bring in that RFID chip, all right, which is the mark of the beast, okay, in play. Okay, the AI, transhumanism. Yeah, man, this is in their spirit. You got it.
Okay.
And that's those miracles, once again.
It says, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world. To gather them to the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty.
To gather them to battle. So these, all right, spirits are working on the mind. All right, these institutions are working on the mind of these kings to make sure war happens, battle. But guess who's controlling all of them? Yahweh Shemel Rashai. See? Okay? This is the left-hand side. You can only see the left-hand side at work. The order, the structure. Okay? You got it?
The last verse says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
Right. What are those garments, brothers?
True.
That's right. Right. So you don't want to be, okay, wearing, okay, a garment. What do they call it? The scripture talks about that, a garment, an unrecognizable garment.
Yeah. Strange apparel.
Strange apparel, the water elder. So you don't want to be wearing that strange apparel, meaning into all these philosophies, into all these idol worshiping.
Right.
Meaning plantation Christianity, Islam,
Right.
Buddhism, Hinduism.
Going back into the world.
Going back into the world, the water.
Right.
Okay? That's that strange apparel. You got to have on the garments, all right, which is this understanding of the scriptures.
Right.
Okay?
Wisdom,
The
yeah.
wisdom and understanding of the scriptures,
That's
man.
right. That's right. Yep. What you got?
At Jeremiah 50. Bring it out. This is Jeremiah 50 in verse 23. Well, I'm going to start at verse 22, and it says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. And it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among nations?
Right. So it's going to be a shock to the world when America's destroyed, man. Okay, because America has been a hammer of the whole earth, man. Had a mighty military beating the other nations down. The scriptures talk about how Babylon laid upon a people a continual stroke, man.
Right.
Okay? But it's going to be made desolate. All right, which means utterly destroyed by those missiles and by the fire of the chariots, man.
Right.
Nope.
Which is something that has never happened to any kingdom ever.
Right.
Okay? You still, to this day, you still got remnants and artifacts and ruins of ancient Egypt. Okay? Or of ancient Babylon or ancient Assyria. They digging up, digging up different temples and artifacts and shit. Ancient Greece, ancient Rome, ancient Persia. Those different ancient obscure dynasties of China and Japan.
Yep.
Indonesia and India and, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Inca, right? But America's going to be utterly destroyed, man. Okay, you ain't going to be able to find artifacts and ruins and be able to excavate. Nah, it's going to be a desert land, man.
Yep.
Okay? Burning with smoke and brimstone, man, and it's going to be wild creatures living here, man.
Yep.
Okay, desert creatures, man. Okay, you have more on that?
Bring it out, Ira. Why he's bringing that out?
Isaiah 34 and 11. It said, I'm starting at 10. It says, and it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever.
Right.
It's talking about, after the destruction. It says, from generation to generation, it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever.
Right, and the reason why that happened, and the reason why no one's going to lie there is for a memorial to see. This is what it's basically to show the whole world. This is what happens when you go against the Most High and His children. All right, okay, you get judgment like this. All right, it's basically to put fear in these other nations, so they don't try to do something stupid. They still are. They are. An example. Yup. Just. Right. So I was just gonna say Tuwada Kananak, because that was gonna reference that. Like Sodom and Gomorrah was an example of why you shouldn't live ungodly. You see that? See, the Lord has it all planned out, man. Because in the kingdom of heaven, all right, these heathens gotta know. You can't move in wickedness, you can't move in ungodliness. You see what happened to America? And to them Edomites that were living there? And them wicked ass Jakes.
And back then, they probably heard of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. This time, the Lord's going to make you see it. The destruction of Babylon. So, niggas believe it when they see it. So they'll be more scared because they're going to really see the destruction of Babylon the Great. They still going to be heathens and go off.
Isaiah 34 and 11. It says, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion.
Right, so you're not going to know where New York is at, where Florida's at, where Texas, California. Okay, the Great Lakes, right?
The Mississippi River,
right?
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore. The mountains, the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, Appalachian Mountains.
The fucking the Grand Canyon
yeah,
and shit.
Colorado Rockies. Right? None of that shit. You're not gonna know where. None of that's at.
Right.
That's how much destruction is coming to this place. When the scriptures talk about 200 million warheads, 200 million warheads are gonna pelt this place, man. Okay, that's a lot of destruction for this place.
Right.
And again, only thing that's gonna be living here is desert creatures, like the elder said.
Right.
Okay.
Which is what the scriptures say.
That's what the scriptures say. That's right.
Yeah.
It says, burn to the lowest hell.
Right.
Right? So the Lord got to clean this place.
Because when you have been living in wickedness, okay, since the inception of your country or your empire, okay, and you not once decided to turn back and try to be righteous. In fact, you just kept being more wicked and ungodly. You gotta go out like this.
Yes.
You gotta go out like this, man.
That's exactly what needs to happen.
Yo, all this time, you didn't dawn upon you. Yo, I need to be right. I can't be doing this shit.
Yeah.
I can't be sacrificing little kids. I can't be doing hurting the Lord's chosen people like that. Not once, because of that pride. It didn't come to your mind, man. You didn't think of the latter end.
I got that right here. I've been holding this Isaiah 47 the whole time.
See?
Going back to Isaiah 47 and 4, it says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
Yep.
It says, "Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand."
Right, and see, the Lord is telling our people, look, okay, I was upset with you, okay, and I allowed these heathens to take you down and put you in captivity.
Right, and the Lord is telling the heathen that too.
Yeah, right.
It's not because you were high and mighty
Right,
and this
right.
great, you know, nah, man, I gave them over to you for their punishment.
Right,
man.
right.
Okay, and really, you know, we've been in the hands of Esau and these heathens the whole time, mainly Esau. All right, and our people have gotten worse.
Worse. Yep.
Okay, are under this man's jurisdiction and oversight, man.
Right.
That's why it says I have polluted mine inheritance, man. Esau tries to paint it out like, okay, he came over here and he civilized the Native Americans. He brought civilization and wisdom to the Southern Kingdom. Bullshit, man. Our people have gotten worse and worse and worse and worse, generation after generation, man.
Yep.
I have polluted mine inheritance, man. Okay.
Yep.
All right, being around you fucking heathens, man.
Right. Yep. So it wasn't in your power to do this. The Lord allowed you to do this.
Right, as a punishment
for us. And
Yes.
that's why, like, I wanted to bring out to our people. Now you know the reason why these heathens are moving the way they're moving.
That's right.
The Lord gave us into their hands, and they've been, like the elder said, been fucking demons towards us.
Right.
But guess what? The Lord's going to judge them for this.
Right.
All right, and this is the judgment.
Right. This is Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I was wroth. Which means the Lord's anger is beginning to pass away from us.
And it's showing because he woke us up to this truth.
Exactly.
Which shows that the Lord is now supping with us.
Right.
He's no longer upset with us anymore.
Right.
He's given us our identity, our culture, our heritage, our understanding of why we're in this situation. All right?
He wants to have joy of his children.
Exactly.
Right.
Able to curse him out. This is so
Able to curse him. Yeah. To go to the gates of Noble and tell this devil he's going down through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Get up on his internet to do
Yep.
it too.
Yep.
short our faces with both of these.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the mercy of the Heavenly Father.
Right. That goes to the scripture where it says, Israel's face shall no longer wax pale. Okay, which means to be frightened or ashamed. You know. All right. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy.
Woo!
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid the yoke.
You see that?
So you didn't show mercy on the old, you know. A certain level of honor, you know, you have for elderly people, man.
No.
You know, even if you see an old Edomite lady, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah. Hold the door for her.
hold the door for her,
Help her.
open the door for her, help her cross the street or
Yup.
something.
Get the grocery, put it in it. I did that. I had to get it.
Yes.
Help an old Edomite get her grocery in her car because she was too fragile.
Right.
She couldn't, get her food in her trunk, which is scary in itself. Because why is she behind the wheel? That fragile. But anyway, point is, you know.
Hey, and they still being racist as hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have an honor about ourselves.
Yep.
Which Esau did not have at all. Not for the elderly, not for the young.
Not for the babies, a woman with child, nothing. The sickly, nothing.
Right. As soon as a girl got on her menstruation, they put her in the stable like a horse.
Yep.
On a breeding farm.
Yep.
You know?
Somebody that's teaching you how to survive a land, and the next thing you do, you learn, and then you stab them and kill them.
Right.
There's no honor. You're not honorable for that.
You kidnap their daughters.
Yeah.
You kidnap their princess. Literally. Right after they, made treaties and agreements with you and helped you survive the land.
Right.
You motherfuckers is over here doing cannibalism.
Right.
Which turns out it's an Edomite thing, whether you in distress or not.
Yep.
You just like to do that shit.
Right. That was considered a delicacy. They was going down into Africa and Egypt, digging up all those mummies and fucking eating them, man. Okay.
Yeah.
You nasty fucks, man. What the fuck were y'all eating on the ships over on your way to the Americas, man?
Right.
Y'all was eating people, man.
Yep.
You nasty pieces of shit.
Right, because it goes back to their belief. They feel like they can get power by eating.
Right.
Okay.
That goes
enemy.
back to ancient Canaanite shit.
Yup.
You know, which basically Esau getting his swag back as a serpent.
Yup.
Okay. All right.
That's
so
that odious work.
yeah, man. So that's what all that they striving for immortality and shit. Okay, that's why they be drinking baby blood and all that shit, man. To help them live longer, doing all these crazy ass organ transplants and shit. They believe they could transfer the life force of somebody into themselves, man.
Yep, that's it.
Now,
That's
you
it.
Edomites have just been foul the whole way through, man. Nothing about you is right, man. You motherfuckers don't bathe on a daily basis, man. Y'all bathe once a week. Who knows if you use soap, man? And if you use soap, you don't use a fucking washcloth, man.
Oh.
You nasty freak bitches, man. You disgusting fuck, man.
They trying to downplay washcloth?
Yeah, they trying to
They trying
downplay
to
washcloth.
washcloth, like that's a nigga thing.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
So we got to
I
teach
should
them how
have
to
wiped
bathe.
her ass after she shit because that messes up her biome or some bullshit. They don't even-
Disgusting,
They
bro.
don't even wipe their ass,
Disgusting,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That's why they smell like damn dogs. That's why Joe said, I don't have people sitting on dogs.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
That's why they invented umbrellas.
Yeah.
Because they was just throwing shit out the window, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why these Edomite women be all up into makeup and shit and perfumes. Or those the French and the Spanish, they be all up into perfumes because they was trying to mask they smell, man. They mask they stench.
That funk.
Okay.
Brothers, you know you can't go into all that and we don't get a precept on that, right?
Disgusting, man.
Stinky.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16.
We had to teach you motherfuckers how to bathe, man.
Stinky.
Funky genitalia, small type of diseases and shit.
Yeah. That's how diseases spread, man.
Yeah, you don't take a shower after you get intimate.
Yep.
Disgusting, man.
Supposed to take a shower right after you have sex, you nasty motherfucker. But and then the thing is, the bulk of our people want to follow that bullshit, man. That's nasty, man. But you bring out what you want to bring
Well,
out.
I'll say one thing about Jake. Jake at least try to be clean. Try to be clean. You know what I'm saying? You got nasty niggas out there too, but at least Jake.
There's certain Jakes, I'm sorry.
It's certain, but for the most part, our people better than Esau on that account. At least try to be. What you got, bro?
You still want to say something?
No, I'm saying that's to show you how Esau's not sons of the Most High, man.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person. What profane means? All right. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Yeah, he's a malaport there. Okay? He's a seller. Okay?
Nasty.
Woo.
Dirty. Yup. And he's into immoral sexual practices.
Yeah, he's
too.
a chichi man.
Yup. Immoral, bro. Okay?
No good, man.
This
Hey,
is-
what they said about Trump, Remark? How he was smelling funk.
Yeah.
Oh, he was shitting on live TV.
Yeah.
Yup.
Shitting himself.
Yup.
Yeah.
The people
You know,
on live, the people standing right behind him, they like you see, changing their face. And, you know, and then Fox, when he was on Fox doing an interview, they had him. Literally, you can see it. They put a mat under him to sit
Oh,
on.
that's nasty. You didn't even get up to go wipe. You sat in your shit.
Yeah.
This is your president,
Shitty
Babylon.
Trump, man.
Yeah, man.
Shitty Trump.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Right.
For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
So.
Nigga is a loser. Nigga, your granddaddy is Abraham.
Yeah.
Your daddy is Isaac.
Yup.
Nigga,
Right.
you sold your birthright?
Yup. But hey,
Have it all, man.
had to happen for prophecy's sake. And that goes to show you Edomites can't make it. To you wicked ass Jakes that are talking about Edomites can make it. All right, I'm not even going to mention who the fuck you are because you're irrelevant. We're talking about prophecy. All right? Edomites can't make it. All right? They're going straight into slavery. Then after 1,000 years, according to the book of Obadiah, barn fire.
That's why the scriptures speak of the wicked as fools.
Yeah.
It's foolish. You dumb. You sold a birthright, and now here we are. You trying to act like you got it with this Greater Israel project, because really what they're trying to do on the left-hand side is an artificial blessing
Yeah, that's it.
that was given to us.
Yup.
You know, they have troops and they have the patch on their arms
Yup.
of the borders,
Yup.
Egypt to the Euphrates.
Yup.
But you sold it, nigga.
Yup.
And it never belonged to you. If you read the scriptures, the angel came to Rebecca before you was born, nigga. We read Romans before you was even born, it was already decided.
Right.
You know?
Yep. But hey, continue that ambition. because it's to your own fucking
Yep.
destruction.
Yep.
So continue.
you're
Think
doing
you're
a
gonna
great
get it.
job.
You know, you're doing a great job.
Right.
You know.
Right. Now this is going back to Isaiah 47. Right. It says in verse 6, it says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart,
Woo!
neither didst remember the latter end of it.
There you go. All right. See, they didn't consider, all right, that the Lord was going to intervene and raise up, all right, his elect in the last days, all right, so they could get the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Right.
All right. He didn't consider that. All right.
He didn't consider there'll be a reckoning
Yep.
for all the things that he did. That there will be payback, vengeance.
Yep.
You know? Even though the Bible was there the whole time. You know, showing that the Most High is in none of his ways. He just used the Bible for his wicked, you know, ordeals.
Yep.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But there is a reckoning. It tells you that in 12 Years a Slave, Brad Pitt character, he said there's a reckoning yet for this nation, man. You
Yep.
know? And you're gonna have slave masters, and it's gonna be the people that you oppress. You know? You got
some quick? Bring it out, brother.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21 says, Thou hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
The seed of the righteous shall be delivered. All right. Who's the seed of the righteous? All right. The Israelites, starting with the elect, but ultimately all Israel, all right, shall have the kingdom of heaven. Because we deal with a merciful power, not like you bastards. All right. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, right?
Right.
Okay? You are bastards. All right? See, we deal with a merciful power. So he's going to fulfill the promises that he gave to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? But y'all going to be punished, okay, for all the wicked shit you've done to us and to the earth that was created for our sake. Okay? Double. That's right. You got it.
All right, this is Isaiah 47, and it says in verse 8, it says, Therefore hear now this. I'll read up again. It says, And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Right. Look at the spirit of America. Do these people, consider that there's a war going on and it's going to come to their front door? No, they're moving like they're going to stay here like a lady forever, like, you know. Because what is it's a woman, right? When a woman, she looks at power, right? Yeah. And with power comes security, safety. So these Americans are moving like a woman.
Yeah, because they never had
They never have war over here, okay?
or another nation invade.
Exactly. Right. So that's the spirit that they're in, men and women. Okay? So they're fulfilling that prophecy. See? The Lord is cold, man. Look at this. There's a war going on in the so-called Middle East right now. They sending Marines over there. Boots on the ground. We already know. Okay? Iran is shooting planes out the sky. All right? Bases are getting blown up. Bodies are coming back home. And these people are walking around like a lady, like a woman.
Hey, what does it say?
You know what?
Peace and safety.
Peace and safety. Then utter the sudden destruction. That's right. Suddenly.
Right.
You get it?
Right. They think they're just gonna be dainty and
Yeah.
you know, delicate forever. Nah, man. They think it's gonna be noble and high on the hog forever. Nah.
Yep.
All right. In verse 8, it says, Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures,
Ooh.
that dwellest carelessly,
Ooh.
that sayest in thine heart, I am and none else beside me.
Bro. I am. Yep. I am. They're saying that they're God. When you say I am, all right, in the ancient world, you're saying you're a God. You could do whatever you want with no accountability. You know, no repercussions. Man, the Lord, again, 200 million nuclear warheads. That's why. You got it?
It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Neither shall I know the loss of children. Okay? That's why I can't wait for that draft, man. Because that's when reality's going to set in.
Right.
Sons and daughters getting drafted to the so-called Middle East.
In the NLT, it says, Listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom,
Woo!
living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I am the only one and there is none other. I will never be a widow or lose my children. Verse 9 in the KJV, it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
There you go. There you go. Okay? So it's coming. That judgment, man. That day of reckoning, like the beloved brother Ramak is saying, man. Okay? So it's inevitable. All right? It's going to happen. Okay? And we're looking forward to it. Because it needs to happen for our salvation and for judgment. Because you people have been been prideful and living in an ungodly, atmosphere,
Right.
and you're in an ungodly behavior for far too long.
Right.
Your
What's
behaviors.
part of the sorceries and enchantments? Okay. All right. Their Greco-Roman way of life.
Yep.
All these pagan holidays. Their
media.
pseudoscience. Their media. Darwinism. You know, evolution. All the shit that they teach you in schools.
Yep.
You know, plantation Christianity. That was a fucking enchantment, man.
Yep.
Okay, dividing the nations by color, calling themselves white. You know, teaching our people that they were subhuman.
Yep.
You know,
The pharmaceuticals.
yeah, and fucking enchantments, man.
So yeah.
And essentially what they're trying to do is cancel out the Heavenly Father, man. They're trying to cancel the Lord out.
Yeah, that was another thing. They try to X out our Lord and Savior. They put him up as a so-called white man with blue eyes and long, doggy, stringy hair. All right, that was an enchantment. All right, that was a straight-up enchantment, man. And a lot of our people still think the Messiah looks like a Caucasian.
They gotta pay for that.
They got to pay for that. You X out our Lord, man.
Right.
Okay?
And then they got the nerve on the back of the dollar bill to say, "In God we trust."
Yeah.
Right. And then you read that and you think, see, they believe they're Christians.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you look to the top right, and on the back it's a fucking Molech symbol.
Yep.
You look to the top left, is another Masonic symbol.
Pyramid.
Pyramids and shit.
Eye looking at you.
Yeah, eye looking at you.
Yeah.
All type of talismanic witchcraft and shit.
Right.
All type of enchantments, man. You got the layout in DC. All these major cities got obelisks and ancient Egyptian fucking architecture, man.
Yep.
You know,
Latin writing.
yeah,
Back
man.
the room.
All type of mysticism. You know, the founding fathers, all these politicians, all into masonry and witchcraft, man. You know, adrenochrome, all kind of madness, man. Witchcraft everywhere you go, witch fucking craft, man.
Yep.
In the food, witchcraft. In the water, witchcraft.
Yep.
On the TV, witchcraft. In the clothes, witchcraft.
The medicine.
Medicine, witchcraft. Entertainment, witchcraft.
Yep.
Military, witchcraft. You know?
Odious works.
That's why you're going to
Crazy, man.
You're going to see, loss of children, man. All right? You're going to be judged, man. Okay, you got to pay for all this, man. There is no diplomacy.
Yeah.
Everything the elder just said, all right, it's the reason why this place is going to go out the way it's going to go out. All right? Utter destruction, man. Desolation. That's why the Bible says desolation, man.
Right. It says, verse 10, it says, for thou hast trusted in thine wickedness.
You trusted in your wickedness. They trusted in it. So that comes with faith and belief.
And pride.
And pride. So they think they got it. As long as they keep doing their sacrifices, and their witchcraft and warlock, what do they call it? Conjuring up demons and Ouija board shit.
Casting spells
Casting
on people.
spells.
Lying to people.
They think that they're gonna rule forever. It says they trust in it, man. That means they have faith in this.
That's how they established
That's
their
yup.
kingdom.
Yep.
Right.
But an Edomite can be saved? Get the fuck out of here, man.
It says,
The Lord said to Edomite.
Yeah.
What good did he do? Put you in captivity. Motherfuckers, right? Breeding farms. Why
Buck
would you want to
breaking.
save this? Butt breaking, gator bait. Why would you want to Edomite next to you with a chariot, man? I said Edomite on a chariot, which I know ain't gonna happen. We fading, bro.
Yeah.
He's profane. He's outside the temple. He can't be in the chariot.
Hey, man.
So,
The scriptures describe as the chariots of Israel.
Israel.
yep.
Not the whole world.
Yep.
It's
Not
an
what you
Israelite thing.
There you go.
right. Yep. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me."
Woo. Bro, that's talking about the secret societies.
Yeah.
They acting like nobody sees them.
Bohemian Grove, because he haven't got judgment.
Yeah.
Thinking that the Lord is okay with it.
Yeah.
Or the Lord is on his side.
Right. It says, "Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee."
Yup. Perverted you. Okay? You know, working the left-hand side, doing all these rituals, it perverted you, all right, for your own demise. Because now the cat's out of the bag. Esau's been made bare. All right? There is no more wisdom in Timon. Okay? Because, hey, the Epstein files, okay, how you're conducting this country, it's all coming out. You even got the devil calling out the devil.
Yep.
Right?
The devil calling the devil Amalek,
Amalek, Esau,
Edom.
yup.
That's some more your enchantments and your
Yup.
witchcraft, man.
Yup.
You know, Edom.
Yup.
You know, going into the Talmud and shit. You niggas into Kabbalah. That's some of y'all witchcraft too, man. Calling yourselves the JJs and shit.
Yup.
The Jews.
Yup.
You know, establishing the state of Amalek over there.
Yup.
You know, that's all part of y'all witchcraft, man.
Yeah, that's why you got Marines getting their arms broken, saying we don't want to die for the statehood of the JJs. Come on, man. You didn't count that the Lord is working, man. All right.
It's too late.
Yeah.
You've been fighting wars on account of JJs.
Right.
You know,
Man,
World War II.
World War II, I'm about to say.
World War I. You know,
It was all about to get that land and to establish this false artificial statehood, all right, of the JJs, all right, to deceive the whole world.
what they say, all wars are bankers' wars.
Yep.
And the bankers are who?
Amalek.
The JJs. But they're the chosen people.
Right.
And for some
The
reason,
bakers are fucking Zionists, man.
Yep.
The Rothschilds
Right.
don't like. What the fuck?
right. But they can repent and get on the chariot. The
Right.
fuck out of here, man.
And they look at their soldiers like they ain't shit, man.
Yep.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah.
And this is who you soldiers are fighting for. You're not. There's no more patriotism in America, man.
Right.
No, it's really the American military now are mercenaries.
Mercenaries, bro.
All right, because how do they get you to, all right, get into the service?
They pay you.
Pay
Wait, not only they pay you,
Bribes.
benefits.
Yeah.
We'll give you free college, right? Okay, you can take this course, all right, and get paid this much.
Right, which means that they're being coerced and bribed
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah.
When it comes to true
It's not patriotism.
exactly. When it comes to true manly patriotism
Yup.
and honor to fight for your nation, that has to come from within.
Yup.
Okay, that has to come from a deep love for your
Exactly.
people, man.
People. That's
You know, for the people who cannot defend themselves, you're willing to die for your people and
Yup.
for their sovereignty and their identity
Yup.
as a nation. You shouldn't have to bribe somebody to do it.
Right. Look at the Iranians. Do you think they need to be bribed?
They don't give a fuck.
They about that.
They
They
about
about
that
their
life.
life, man. They think what they doing is for a greater cause,
Yeah.
the preservation of their nation.
Exactly, man.
That's why, man. You are fucking done, man.
That's why they ready to thump this shit out with y'all, man.
They did it for their God and their people.
Right. Now going back to Isaiah 47, right, and it says in verse 10 again, it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee.
Ooh.
Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth."
Bro, I'm looking for that blackout first thing. That's gonna scare the shit out of these people, man. Okay?
And you know why? Hey, man, it's, again, to go to show you the storytelling of the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Because it says, "Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth." But prior, it talks about your wisdom and your knowledge.
Right.
These Edomites think they know everything. They'll be able
Yeah.
to predict everything. They're so smart.
Yup.
You know, they got so much wisdom. You can never get the drop on them. The scriptures say, "An evil gonna come upon you. You're not gonna know where it came from.
Yup.
You ain't gonna know what hit you."
Right.
That's gonna humble the fuck out of y'all, man. Y'all about to be made an embarrassment before the eyes of the whole world, man.
Right. Before that
Okay.
nuclear destruction, you're gonna be made an embarrassment. The nuclear destruction is just the end, all right? It's the end game, man. It's the end game, bro. You're gonna be humbled down, bro. Yeah. Exactly. Them plagues, bro. You know, the FBI's warning of sleeper cells, bro. That reminds me of the caterpillars.
Right,
Okay.
the rough caterpillars.
The rough
Yeah.
caterpillars.
I will fill thee with men as rough caterpillars.
Come on, man. Okay?
Yes.
Hey, it's going to come up on y'all proud ass Americans, man.
Yep.
I sent finest to Babylon.
Yep. They're talking about drone strikes hitting the electrical grid. Okay, cyber attack. These people live in comfort with their YouTube and their fucking their TikTok. Well, hey, that's just gonna come on y'all, all right, when you least expect it. And the Lord gonna take it off from y'all, man. Right.
Something drastic is gonna happen. Where your whole life is gonna change and you're gonna have to adapt to it. At least we're preparing ourselves spiritually, man.
Right.
All right?
And the Lord said, I've come to send fire upon earth, and what will I if it already be kindled?
Right.
Meaning those prophecies going to be already in play.
Right.
2 Ezra 15, 16, sedition among men, uproars of the people, invading one another. All of these things going to be in play, man.
Right. And see what the beloved brother said, okay? It's on point. And guess what? He knows it's gonna happen. See, we know it's gonna happen. That's why we're going to be confident, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that he's going to guide us. Because the first part of the battle is to know. We're expecting this to happen. Yeah, we're not going to be all, what's going on? Like, for example, the C-19. When that shit happened, we were rejoicing. We were popping bottles. We were looking forward to this, man. Exactly.
We understand, right.
All right? We understood this had to happen for our salvation.
Why?
This had to happen for our salvation.
Right. So the people you call primitive, low IQ,
Yeah.
their cranial structure doesn't support brain development and shit. We know and you don't.
That's right.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
We're the real conspiracy facts. No longer theorists. Facts. We bring out conspiracy facts. Okay?
You know what the crazy thing is? It's lucky, bro. I know you got a precept. But these other nations, they warn their people about, possible famine,
Yeah.
possible lack of water,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, possible attack on the nation. So they prepare their people,
Yeah.
right? You got an underground bunker, you can go in an underground bunker, and that's not what's happening here in Babylon.
Nope.
man.
Not the average person.
Right.
Only the super rich are preparing.
Right.
That's another thing. Our people are fucking got the dunce cap. The super rich who are supposed to keep this economy going are building bunkers for an impending, apocalyptic scenario.
Overseas mainly.
Overseas mainly, not even
Yeah.
here. Put two and two together, man. Right.
If you're not found with the mark of exemption, you're gonna be in great trouble.
Right.
They got bunkers in at the bottom of Argentina. Okay? What are they preparing for? All war, all chaos in America.
right.
The super rich of America are building bunkers outside of America?
Right.
And you're saying this place gonna keep going on? Our people got the fucking dunce cap on their head, man.
Right.
Stupid. That's why the Lord said you're Sodom's children for a reason. Fucking retarded. But you got it.
Isaiah 47 and verse 11 again, it says, therefore evil shall come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee,
Woo.
and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee, which thou shalt not know.
Right, when them nukes come, you're not gonna know. The Lord has chosen an hour, chosen a day and an hour to destroy Babylon the Great America. And you're not gonna know. It's just gonna happen. Okay? All right, because again, this is the Lord's program. This is his movie.
Right.
All right? But them evils are coming, man, prior to the destruction.
Right? You got something? Bring it
I
out.
got something too.
I got some real quick.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
All right, I got real quick in ChatGPT. I put and leave the world behind. What countries attacked America, right? And it says hints shown in the film. Now this movie came out in 2023. It says there are few clues.
Hold it one second. And who produced that movie?
Obama.
The Obama. The Obama. Okay, family. Barry and Michael.
Big Mike. They see the movie.
Right.
That shit already make you think, and then this is the type of movie they produce.
Right.
The world movie.
Right. Right.
Bro.
Because they're saying they're going into them bunkers when all this happens.
Right.
You got it.
It says hints shown in the film. There are few clues, but they conflict with each other, right? And you remember in the movie, you seen that Arabic language.
Right.
It says Arabic language propaganda leaflets falling from drones suggest a Middle Eastern connection possibly Iran or another Arabic-speaking country.
There you go.
I think it was another nation too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It's going to talk about the West Coast.
Keep going.
It says a crashed oil tanker with Korean writing hints at North Korea.
Woo!
Then it says the scale and the sophistication of the cyber attacks could point to major cyber powers like Russia or China.
Woo! Again, the kings of the East. So even Obama's telling you, yeah, these kings of the East gonna get the upper hand. Okay? That's why they're going into their bunkers. Right? Again, the Obama family produced this film, Leave the World Behind. Okay? And all it talked about was cyber attacks, threats from Iran, threats from North Korea, all right? Threats from Russia and China. Look at where we're in. Look at the times that we're in. But the Bible been said this was going to happen. So who gets the glory?
Yeah, how about Shimei outside?
Facts.
That's right.
It ain't Obama. He's a Bati boy. All right, he's going to get his judgment. That freak.
I'm still here.
He's still on it. He's read it from the top to the bottom, brother.
I'm
Got
on my-
that too. He's been reading the whole chapter. He's been reading the whole chapter.
Hey, what you got, brother? You got something?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Y'all ain't got nothing? Bring it out.
Nahum 3 and 4, it says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms, of the welfare of harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. All right, this could represent, America, Esau, Edom. All right, because of the witchcrafts, all right, because of the whoredoms, all right, this place is being exposed. All right, by Yahweh Shemel Shai, the prophets.
That's right. That's right.
Con, you got something, brother?
Yeah, so quick. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 23, and it says, and a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. That's right, man. All you prideful Americans, okay, Esau, Edom, starting with y'all gonna be brought down low, man. Okay.
Con, you got something?
Yeah. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 25. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. So we know for a fact that destruction is going to come. And the way we know that is because we know the spoken, written word of the Lord is faithful and true, man. Look at all the prophecies that came to pass already of old. All right? All right? The scripture speaks about World War I. That's in the Bible, man. That happened already. World War II, that's in the Bible. That happened already. Do I need to tell you if World War III gonna happen? Do I need to convince you of that?
It's coming quickly.
It's coming quickly.
We already in it.
You know what I'm saying? We're in it.
Accept it. We in World War III. Just accept it. There ain't no going back, man.
You're why?
Real quick, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
You heard that? For thy read it loud, brother. Read it loud,
It's the
bro.
book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. I'm starting with 1. It says, for thy violence against Jacob.
Read it again, man.
For thy violence against Jacob.
Yeah.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
That's right, man. So because of what you did to the Israelites, man.
Right.
Against your own brother, man. That's why shame is gonna come upon you, man. That's why America's gonna be destroyed. That's why you Edomites going into slavery. That's why y'all gonna be destroyed after 1,000 years, man.
Right.
Because of the violence that you did to the Lord's people, which was your own brother, man.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11, and the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away his captive forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them.
That's right, man. So when we were being taken down by the Babylonians, all right, you had Edomites that was in the cut.
Right.
All right, basically giving the Babylonians, the Neo-Babylonians, the drop on our location, man.
Yup.
Right.
When Jake was trying to escape and hide, there they go to Israelites. We know where they hide at. We know where their secret holdouts are.
Right.
It had nothing to do with them, man.
Right.
They was cheering on the destruction of the temple, and all of that, man.
They burnt. I think Ezra just said they burnt it.
They burnt it down, right? And when you read the Psalm, it says they said, race it, man.
Right.
And then you see the same trend all throughout history, man.
Right.
Whenever our people were being judged or chastened for anything that we did, Esau was right there to forward the affliction, man.
Why? Why though? Because he's our arch enemy.
Yeah.
He's our arch enemy. The law, they put enmity between thy seed and the seed of the woman, the seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman. So like the brother saying, Esau was always around. Even when the brother was speaking earlier, how treacherous they is. They harm elderly men and young children. Remember coming up out of Egypt, right, going into the wilderness, what the Lord said, remember Amalek, what he did to the hindermost part.
Yeah.
They smote the feeble, the young, and with the brother speaking about Babylon, they was there giving away our location. They were always there. But what people have to understand is the main two characters of the scriptures, of all the history and the writings and everything you see in the scripture, is between Jacob and Esau.
That's right.
All right? So Jacob and Esau are the two main characters. Why? Because they both was promised world rulership. Okay? Esau, he's in his world rulership right now. Only thing is, it's temporal. Jacob rule is going to be forever under our Lord Yahweh Shai, King David. All right, the 12, the 145,000, and the 1/3. All right, elect men, women, and children.
That's right.
Okay, it's going to be an everlasting rulership, man.
That's right.
And because another way for you to know that too is because there's three classification of men: the sons of God, which are the Israelites. Okay, the sons of men, which are the other nations. They are the different characters in the Most High's movie. All right, and then you have the sons of the wicked. That's Esau, man. There you go.
Obadiah 1:12, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have even entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not look on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered of those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
That's right.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
Payback.
That's Obadiah, right?
Yeah.
Payback.
You brothers remember going to church, coming up, like being in church?
Yeah, I mean,
You ever heard the book of Obadiah came out?
I was in Roman Catholicism, so I didn't learn shit.
We learned the different books, but we never went to Obadiah.
Obadiah?
We never went to Obadiah.
Obadiah is powerful.
We never went to the prophets like that.
Yeah.
Nope. Only Psalms. Yeah, read a little bit of Deuteronomy.
Yep.
Our Father, Psalm 23,
Yeah.
and memorize verses and without no understanding.
Yep.
The Lord is my shepherd.
The Roman Catholic Church never went into that. Never, bro.
Never got mentioned them. They didn't give them mentioned.
Yep. Right.
No.
That's right. Because you're not, again, you got to be an Israelite in order to, all right? You have to understand it. You got to be born an Israelite. Blood in and blood out. Born an Israelite, man. And you have to be of the elect. 2/3, they'll hear it and they'll fan their hand and say, nah, not my Jesus.
It has to be mixed with faith.
Yep, gotta be. And guess what? If you understand how the Lord works, He already predestined the elect to get this.
Right.
What you got? Bro?
Last verse. Obadiah 1:16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Right, so this judgment is going to come upon you, and you ain't going to be able to deal with it, man. But you're going to have to deal with it, man. All of you have to be enslaved, man. And that's what this Third World War is really going to lead to, man. It's going to completely destroy all of your institutions and all of your infrastructure in the world, man. In this world, okay? And the only thing that will be left for you is slavery, man. Okay?
That's right.
What you got, C-Bar?
You can go first.
Okay, all right.
I got two quick precepts. Sirach chapter 4, verse 2. Or otherwise, it's Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 2. Make not an hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress. Add not more trouble to an heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need. All right, so what did Esau Edom do when we was down and trotted out? All right, he made our affliction even worse, man. Esau was there to always make shit worse and was never even trying to alleviate the affliction that we're in, like try to alleviate the slavery that we're in. Okay, that's why this devil has to pay for all that, man. The Lord sees everything. Yahweh Shemashai has everything recorded. All right, you devils, you think you devils gonna get away with it and running through the sunset, thinking all this okay? Mistaken.
Right.
All right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yep.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
Right.
All right, Yahweh Shai is going to come and deliver us from this wicked captivity, man. But you devils, all right, Esau Edom, all right, you got a lot to pay for, man.
Right.
You got a lot to pay for, man, and the Lord is going to come and avenge us, man.
That's
why
right.
your ass is going to captivity for 1,000 years, crucial slavery, hardcore slavery, and after 1,000 years, you will be eradicated from the face of this earth, man. That is your fate, that is your judgment, because you're the wicked.
Right.
Right.
This is Psalm chapter 137. I'm going to stop at verse 9. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
I got the account. Real quickly, raise it. This is First Esdras, chapter 4, verse 45. This is the account. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple, which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. So, there you go. So that's the account.
Do with you. That's a different nation that was supposed to put us in captivity.
Yep.
And you just there because you hate us so much.
Right. And guess what? The Lord said he required that which is past.
Yeah.
So the Lord's been had vengeance on his mind, even, okay, when you did that to us when we knew we were Israelites. So you got a lot to pay for, man.
right.
Okay? And this proves reincarnation. You're the same devils coming back. You have to get your judgment for what you did in this life
That's right.
and your past life.
That's right.
Payback is a motherfucker, isn't it?
He's going to come judge the two guards.
Right.
All right, so the Lord didn't remember that. He remembered them niggas that put
Right.
the nail in his hand.
Yeah, bro.
He coming to get them.
Yeah, bro.
What you was reading from 2 Ezra 4?
It was First Esdras, chapter 4, verse 45.
Okay, so that's Zerubbabel speaking.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
That's Zerubbabel, I think it's
Yep.
Zerubbabel.
So, but again, that's the account. And what the beloved brother is bringing out, all right, that's the precept, man.
Right.
So that's how you know the Apocrypha has to be, all right, taught.
Yeah.
It's part of the Bible.
That's right.
Because how do you get that account?
There you go.
All right, you got to go into the Apocrypha.
That's right.
Right. And that's another thing. Why didn't the plantation Christians ever bring out the Apocrypha? You didn't learn none of y'all were talking about the Apocrypha.
That motherfucker just started swearing on
Right. So you got a lot to pay for. Okay? You didn't want to bring out Maccabees, first Maccabees, second Maccabees. That's how we understood the Greek captivity. That's how a lot of our people lost their identity. So you got a lot to pay for. All you heathens. That's the thing. At Psalm 83. But Esau Edom, the Lord got something specific for you. Okay? You're going to get it the worst.
Hey, Christianity is universalism, man.
Yep.
Christianity says that anybody can get saved, anybody can receive salvation.
Yep.
Bringing out the Apocrypha now, it specifies a group of people that they're going to do. This is why they didn't include the Apocrypha.
Yep.
What's up?
It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dash thy little ones against the stone.
Can you look up the word happy in that blue letter? He said happy, bro.
Yeah.
He said happy.
Wasn't you motherfuckers happy when you was lynching Jake?
Yeah. Take it.
And a postcard picture smiling?
Yep, doing this.
You know, old men, old women, children.
Yep.
You know, women, young men, young women in the picture smiling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with a Jake hanging with his arms cut off. You know, his rod cut off, his feet cut off, burning. And then you making it into postcards and shit. Wasn't y'all happy?
Yep. Smiling.
Yeah, smiling.
That was dirt poor Edomites. You know, they
Yeah.
say, oh, we were poor and we didn't have slaves. No, that was poor Edomites torturing Jake.
Yep,
Right.
So get to that.
Yeah.
It was a fucking festival for y'all. It was a celebration to do that.
Picnic.
Yup. So you got
We're gonna take care of pillows and
Yes.
chairs.
bring out that word happy.
Blackface and shit, man. You know?
Yep.
What's up, bro?
It says happy in blue letter. It says happiness, and it says blessedness.
Blessedness. Okay.
Blessed.
So hey, this is Yapa stuff, man, that the Lord is going to do for us, man. For all the wickedness you've done to our people, man.
It says like the state of being blessed with divine favor, blessedness.
Divine favor. The Lord's showing favor to us by judging y'all, man. Okay? All right? The Lord didn't forget. You might want to forget. You might want to try to say, let bygones be bygones.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. That was my ancestor. Well, first of all, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21 cuts that. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of his father. So you are your fathers. But say you want to use that narrative, read that and weep. Okay? You have to pay. Okay?
Right. This is Isaiah. It's Isaiah 47 and 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be that thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers,
Yup.
the monthly prognosticators,
Monthly prognosticate, moon watchers. They do everything according to the moon cycle.
yeah,
Yep.
this is really mockery.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
because they're into that.
Yeah.
Right, they're into that. They're into looking at astrology. They're looking at the moon cycle, the stars. They run their economy on the moon cycle and the stars.
Right.
Yeah, man. Okay, but it's all gonna failing them. That's why, like the elder said, when you read it, okay, it's mockery.
Right.
It's not gonna stop you from going down.
Right. Basically, the Lord said, keep doing your hocus pocus.
Yeah.
Your magic tricks. All right.
Yep. Yep.
All right. It says Isaiah 47 and 12. It says, "Stand now in thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Labor from thy youth." Oh man, you got it, Elder.
If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators,
Yep.
stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Right.
Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee."
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. Because he's done with his job.
Right.
You know?
You know?
Yeah.
Fuck, nigga, I was with the Lord the whole time.
That's right, man. So, hey, man. Hey, this is a great time, man, for the believers to rejoice. It's not a good time for you heathens, especially Esau, Edom. All right? You're going down and we're going up, man. Thus saith
right.
the Lord, man. So we ready to hit our 2-hour mark, right?
Brothers got something? You had some comments?
Okay, we bring that out.
Brothers got any more precepts?
Amos 1 and 11. This said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom and 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and then cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetually and kept his wrath forever.
Kept his wrath forever, man.
So the Lord got judgment on you, Esau, because you continue to afflict us for no reason,
To this day.
you know, to this day.
Nigga, you in the wrong and then you afflicting somebody.
Yeah.
The
Right.
fuck?
He's playing the victim.
You in the wrong, but then you afflicting somebody who ain't do shit.
Yep.
The
You know?
fuck?
12. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Bozrah. All right, so the Lord gonna send fire here in America, man. 200 million nuclear warheads. Hey, we gonna be rejoicing that. Lord, when we part of the lake, looking down the sea of glass, mingled with fire. All right, looking down the destruction of our enemy. You know, the one that oppressed us for a long time, that been coming, you know, it's been a thorn to our side for a long ass time, being destroyed. You know, we're going to be crying and give all praise to y'all by Shemal Shah.
That's right.
All right? That's all.
So with that, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect. Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah.
Allah, Yahweh Shema Shai.
Shalom.